Welcome to the Closed Fist. I am Russ. That is Joey. That is Will. I almost got you two mixed up.
That was booty.
that would have been booty. Talking about possibly a character, multiple characters, finally meeting.
Oh, for the first time?
For the first time.
For the last time.
For the last time.
So you think we're discussing a possible feud?
Possible feud that people have been wanting to see.
True. Broken Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt. There you go. Put it on the table. That's
for months. I mean, I can't tell you. For months, we were looking at this from afar. It was a Twitter war.
On the Wyatt family compound.
Though it was a Twitter war for a while. You had the Broken Matt, the Broken Hardys, and Bray Wyatt kind of going back and forth. Now this looks like it could really happen.
Yeah. It's going to be amazing. I mean, think about it. Broken Matt Hardy, Bray Wyatt, even including Brother Nero, and if there was a gimmick change, character change, whatever you want to call it, with someone's actual brother as well.
Are we laying the groundwork here?
Planting the seed,
planting the seed. You know, hopefully it blossoms into something.
Believe it.
But see what you did there. Very nice.
Did I just make the list?
Well, you made a list somewhere.
Okay, all right.
I'm sure I'm on a lot of lists.
But Broken Matt Hardy, Bray Wyatt is a real possibility right now. And now, when the Hardys first came back, they're the Hardy Boys. You know, the music and everything. Their music is fantastic, by the way. I've always been a fan of that.
True.
But it is. It was the Broken Matt Hardy brand that has really propelled him back to prominence, really. Yeah. And now it looks like it's a possibility that down the road, hopefully soon, because I guess WWE had to work out something with Impact Wrestling where they, we'll buy the gimmick off you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They got the money.
They got. You'd like to think so, anyway.
Well, the XFL.
So you talk about promos they could cut, man. I mean, the TNA stuff that Matt Hardy did, it was wild. It was completely outside the box.
And that's the thing. But here's the thing that frightens me. I hate to,
the Wombats.
Don't be Debbie Downer yet. No, I'm just kidding.
Call me Debbie Downer.
Yeah.
The Wombats.
Yep, they're gonna water it down.
This is why Broken Matt Hardy works, is because they had complete control over that character. Mm-hmm. Now you come work over here.
Yeah, but was that part of their deal for coming? Because they said they wanted control over it. Did they work something out with the WWE?
I doubt it. I really seriously doubt it, because you know what? They have control over everything. Anytime you come over here, the only guy that is really flourished, AJ Styles. I mean, because he didn't really think about AJ. He didn't really have like a gimmick. It wasn't necessarily a gimmick he had.
He had that 5 minutes with
He was just the best wrestler in the room. That was it. He was the best wrestler, period.
Exactly. And he's proven it. Mm-hmm. Now you have a gimmick, a very popular gimmick, Broken Matt Hardy, the Hardy brand, however you want to put it. It requires its detail.
I think Vince and Triple H know money when they see it.
Yep.
And they know, at least for the time being, they know money when they see it. You get the broken gimmick. If it, you got to work closely with them. I think that they'll let him go for a little while. Let's see how far they let him take it.
They're going to have to work hand in hand just to make it work.
But here's the thing, like you said, they'll start it out that way, and then it's like.
It'll be like bringing back DX.
Oh my God! But it's like, do they understand the character? Do they understand
I don't think anybody understands that character.
I don't think Matt understands the character.
Well, but you know what though? But I think it's his vision.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's like it's like somebody stealing somebody else's idea. You know, they may have the idea, but they don't have the vision.
It's like taking the Undertaker and not letting him do what he did.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was the Undertaker. He got what he wanted at the end of the day. I mean, everybody looked up to him. Everybody respected him. He got what he wanted.
Yeah. But I mean, it'll be great. But at the same time, there's like a dark cloud that's going to be hovering.
Yeah. I agree completely. You know, I think that there's the possibility that Vince could, and I call the name out, Vince could screw it up royally because he, at the end of the day, he still pulls the trigger on all of it.
Yeah.
You know,
and Stephanie McMahon is part of the creative team, as far as I'm aware.
I didn't realize that. Okay.
That explains so much.
But it's like, and the fact, now here's another case here. The fact that they had to buy the gimmick off of Impact Wrestling says a lot to me about their current creative situation, that they have to go outside of the company to get to buy a gimmick to make money, to buy a brand pretty much. Now,
but that's what Vince does.
That's what, he did not. He that's
maybe
what
not the gimmick itself, but I mean, track record is, I can't have it, I'll buy it.
Yeah,
here you go.
You know, World Championship Wrestling,
just saying,
ECW, whatever. But he's not going to have the vision for it. He's not going to have. He's not. All he's going to see
is what it's worth.
He's just going to put it out there, make his money. Then he's going to make his tweaks to it. And then it's all going to go down the drain.
Well, I hope I hope it doesn't. I hope they bring in King Maxwell, then they bring the son in, and that was fun. I thought that was cool when the kid even.
Here's the question:
what is he 2? And he wrestle a match? You know,
he won.
Yeah, he won the match too.
Here's the question: how much are they going to rehash? How are they going to bring it about? When
did anybody watch TNA?
No, they were broken.
Yeah.
Now they're fixed. Then they're going to go back to broken.
Well,
how do you bring that in?
But you stated it before when we were talking about it, was you see little
bits here and there.
He's hell yeah,
He gets
the whole thing. You know what I mean? You see little glimpses. Sorry.
But how will the WWE bring it in is the question.
Well, I think. Well, this is where
hit in the head, electrocuted like gold dust. I mean, come on.
That was funny, by the way. But here's the thing, though. They are the tag champs right now. Mm-hmm. Depending on how they lose the titles.
True. Snap.
To set up a feud, Bray Wyatt can start antagonizing him, drives him to the brink of insanity, or whatever it is.
And then how's that going to happen when they're going after Finn Balor now with Bray?
The Demon King.
Possibly, we're discussing down the road with Finn. Right. Yeah, of course. You know.
But that could
be. But he's cutting the promos now with Finn.
Yeah. True.
But you know what though? I mean, you have the Demon King going up against the Eater of Worlds. That can eat up 2-3 months, easy.
True.
As far as that goes.
I don't see the Hardys dropping the titles tomorrow to.
Yeah, exactly.
Cesaro and
Sheamus.
Shane.
Shane. Pretty much talk
about
a
jar of mayonnaise.
Talk about somebody who needs a gimmick change. Good Lord, Sheamus.
He just needs a tan.
But he just did the whole gimmick. Well, I mean, the gimmick change is by about 2 years old now. But I mean, the mohawk and the whole thing when he came back the first time.
He does look stupid.
I've never liked him since he came in. So
I want to take the clippers and just take that mohawk.
Triple H's boy, though.
Well, that's why you get a title your first month in the company, or
whatever.
First month on Raw, you get a title.
He's the whitest man on the planet.
Oh my goodness! I have to wear sunglasses when he comes on TV.
It's like a jar of mayonnaise.
Oh man! But I mean, again, this is a situation that has like so much potential because now you have a trio of characters, not just two. You have Hardy, you have Bray Wyatt, and you also have Finn Balor, who you hope this guy stays healthy. But again, we've talked about this before. The smaller guys, they tend to, they tend to get hurt. They tend to break down. Daniel Bryan, classic example.
Plus what they did before they got the WWE.
Yeah, exactly.
The damage they've done just putting their bodies on the line to make it to the WWE.
And he wrestled in Japan for a while, and it's rough wrestling in Japan.
I do like the fact that the announcers do bring up some of the stuff from Japan.
Oh yeah,
you know how the Gallows and
Anderson
and Finn had a little bit of a past, and Samoa Joe. It's cool that they're bringing up other parts of wrestling.
Now you have like the broken Matt Hardy, Bray Wyatt, and you have Finn Balor. Do we start to see other people start kind of make their way into this? Because could we see Bo Dallas, eventually work his way into the Wyatt family? Do we see Carl Anderson and Gallows?
Braun Strowman.
Do we start to see we've been talking about factions. Do we see the formation of a few right before our eyes?
The club, and then the Brothers Wyatt.
The Brothers Wyatt, and
whatever you want to call it.
And do we see Sister Abigail?
That's the one I've been waiting on for a long time.
I'm curious what they do with that.
If they do something with that.
Can they find somebody? I know there's a woman out there, Rosemary. I can't remember.
There's Crazy Mary Dobson.
Crazy Mary Dobson. That's
she's in NXT right now.
But I think they need to find somebody completely off the shelf that nobody's ever seen or heard. That's just so obscure.
It almost has to be, doesn't it?
Because you can't throw somebody into that type of role.
But Crazy Mary Dobson, if you watched her stuff, she'd be perfect. Unless they went totally opposite, and Sister Abigail was some beautiful blonde, you know what I mean, like in a white dress that came out like almost like a spirit kind of thing. You need somebody who's like them, and that's kind of what she does. Right. So I don't know. We'll see.
Does she have a beard?
Yeah, right.
My kind of lady.
My kind of lady now.
But hey, girl.
Hey, girl. I like your beard, girl.
But but again, a lot of potential.
Club.
What do they do? But it's kind of like smoldering. Yeah. It's kind of like it's out there.
We've been talking about that for 2 years, man.
I know.
There's so much that we've talked about that just got thrown to the wayside. WWE Creative, hire us.
Yeah. Yes.
My goodness. We'll take just kick the wombat. We'll take care of the wombats and everything else.
I'll even wear a wombat shirt. Hashtag wombat.
Hashtag wombat. Let's start the trend.
Trend right now.
Trend right now.
I will order those shirts tomorrow.
What about now? Now another push that is right. That's right in front of us. The monster.
Yeah, he's gonna get a push like Callisto off the stage.
He was a lawn dart Monday.
That's what you call a push right there off the stage. Boom.
He did push Roman Reigns the week before.
Oh
yeah. Greatest day of my life. Roman Reigns.
I think you and the entire WWE, the entire WWE universe enjoyed that.
Everybody bags on Roman Reigns.
I love him.
This, that, and the other thing. You're so patronizing right now.
There's a sense of sarcasm in that.
Oh, can you feel the sarcasm? Yeah, can you feel it?
Yeah.
But
good stuff.
But this is it. But this is his moment. This is his.
It, man.
Well, I'm not saying that this is going to be it, but this is where we start to see what does he have, because he.
Well, they're going to make him win just because of all this that he just went through. He's not going to lose.
I mean, the mic skills are okay. He is what he is. 6'8", 380 pounds.
But I think for what they're doing with the character,
yes,
the get out of here now, the whole I'm the monster. I don't need to cut a great promo. I can just scream and yell and beat people up.
Here's a question.
It's working.
Does Bray step in there because somebody has to tame the monster and get him under control?
Ooh, yeah.
Possibly.
You know what?
Does he need a handler?
This is.
Does he need a kimchi?
the kimchi to the Kamala, or the Captain Lou Albano to the Georgie Animal Steel.
Yep.
That's possible. I mean, that's definitely possible. I mean, you have. I mean, are they limited with what they can do with him?
He's so impressive, though.
It's Braun and Brock next. You ask me.
It has to be.
You ask me.
I mean,
If there's going to be somebody that's going to beat him.
because one of the problems that Big Show had for years was that they couldn't really find anybody.
Speaking of Big Show, that was one hell of a match between the two of them. I have to give them credit. They actually wrestled.
You know what? I mean,
Sorry to interrupt, by the way.
That's perfect. Fine. I mean, we talked about that one match that they had, not this one, but the
one
previous one.
a month and a half, 2 months ago. Yeah,
This one was
great.
really impressive.
And
I was impressed with the Big Show,
That was
Yeah,
probably
both sets of matches were really good with the two of them.
but
including the exploding ring.
but that was fantastic.
Yeah, they
and
brought back the when it happened once before years ago.
yeah, and the fact that the referee
Came flying up
flying
That
off
was
the ring,
great.
that was awesome.
I love controlled chaos.
But this is what held back the Big Show for so many years was they couldn't find a guy to be in the ring with them. Now that they finally do,
Mayweather.
he's gonna. Now that they finally do, he's gonna retire at the next year.
Yeah, I mean
honestly
he's been
think-
doing it for 20 plus years.
He's been doing it for 20 plus years, but it's like
What I would love to see before he retires, tag team with him and Braun.
Oof.
They would just destroy.
Well, he does have a beard.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Could he be a new Wyatt?
Could be.
The big Wyatt?
But now it's talking about swerves and everything like that.
Yeah.
A Big Show, part of the Wyatt family.
Oh, they would just destroy the WWE with what they have.
Before he retires, I want to see him and Chris Jericho one more time.
Jericho.
Yes.
Jericho, yeah.
Yes. That was my favorite. That was amazing. Come on.
You know what?
It was just, yeah.
You know what?
You just made Russ's list.
Hey.
But you know what though? Of the tag teams that have like two unlike people, Daniel Bryan and Kane.
Oh, hands down, my favorite.
Exactly
It
my
gave
point.
shot to Rock and Sock.
Exactly my point. Jericho, I would put it up against Kane and Daniel Bryan, Rock and Sock connection, not because of the work in the ring. All the promo stuff was fantastic.
down.
Fantastic.
Yes.
So, but yeah.
I mean, the therapist and Kane and Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
That was probably some of the best
Some of the great
stuff.
stuff.
It was the beginning of the Yes movement. That's for sure.
But yeah, so I mean, this is going to be a lot of hearsay between now and God knows when. But I generally like the direction of Braun Strowman because they're letting him be the monster that he is. How can you not be when you're 6'8", 385 pounds, and
And you could do the kick up.
you can do the kick up? I mean,
At one time, the only person I remember doing it was HBK, and to see somebody his size do that is impressive.
in the middle of a match.
Yes.
Yeah.
In
Yes.
the middle of a match. But here's the thing. Now you're saying that, Brock Lesnar, he's going to be in a program with, or a rivalry
That's
with
the
Strowman.
rumor.
Although if Roman Reigns comes in and wins, then you're going to have Reigns and Lesnar again, and they have
But-
unfinished business as well.
Yeah.
I'm getting ahead of myself a bit, but the way they're discussing, because they do map things out early on,
Right.
was Reigns Lesnar at WrestleMania next year, so in between Lesnar at SummerSlam with Braun Strowman, possibly,
So what
like I
you're
said,
saying is
chess
Lesnar would
moves.
have to come back at least at the Rumble at that point, because I don't see him holding this title for a year and not being on the show.
Well, but like I said, he'll be back at SummerSlam.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but the thing, but with Strowman in particular, when Big Show, you remove Big Show from the picture,
He's got nobody.
he's got nobody to really go with him. Maybe Lesnar, but Lesnar comes up.
Yeah, they have a lack of big dudes.
They do. I mean, it's like, Baron Corbin, he's over in SmackDown. He would be great.
That'd be a good little feud.
But then what do you do with Strowman? Do you make him a face all of a sudden? He's not a face.
And you
At
can't-
least not right now. I mean, you never know.
You can't make Baron a face either.
No. There's a new gimmick.
never know.
Corporate Corbin.
He might have a cape. Who knows? Come in with a mask.
You may need a hug soon.
I'll be all right. I'll be all right.
But what do you do? I mean, I watching NXT recently. They have some big guys down there, but they don't.
Nobody that big.
Nobody
Bring
that
back
big.
the Funkadactyl.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Hey, you know what?
Stop it.
Somebody call my mama. you can feel Will's pain right now.
Yeah.
I love putting the screws to Will. It's fun.
Oh man.
Are you gonna be okay?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'll move on. No, isn't it this one? Isn't that his thing?
I think they were all his thing.
Oh, but yeah. So, I mean, again, a lot of potential. But do we have any faith in the Wombats to really carry this out? No.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting next couple of months. I mean, once you get over the roster flip and everything else, it's just because there's Money in the Bank coming up. So who wins? You know, I'm not going to get into that now, but just there's Money in the Bank. Then there's WrestleMania. There's potential for moves to be made. You know, for sure. But we'll see.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I think
Does
that's
Jeff Hardy ever get into the title?
Yes,
there is a rumor about that.
I mean,
there is a rumor about that.
I didn't want to start
He
that
got
one.
dicked over the first time
yes.
around. I mean,
I think you have to. I mean, I think he's got that.
Once the broken gimmick gets into full swing and Matt gets to go on his own again a little bit.
Yep.
Jeff Hardy's right back in that title picture.
Jeff deserves it. He got dicked over hard the first time around. I mean, he really did.
Well, you know what?
That's the drug stuff, too.
Well, I mean, yeah, he didn't help himself either.
You know what?
He was broken at the time.
He was unofficially broken.
Yes.
Now he's going to be officially broken, hopefully soon.
Medicatedly. Nah, that's not the word.
But he's definitely somebody that you can throw into any championship picture, and he'll make it work.
True story.
You know, he is in-ring talent. When I first saw him when he was a member of the Brood.
Oh, wow, yeah.
A long time ago. It's like 20 years now. Yeah. But you looked at this kid and it was like, wow. I mean, he was the truest
AJ
sense.
before AJ.
Yeah. I mean,
the chances and some of the moves that
I was going to say, he's king of the high spot, that's for sure.
You know,
he's king of the high spot.
He was pulling off the moves that he was pulling off at that time.
But
the first Swanton, like, come on.
Yeah. But you know what, though?
True.
This is... and I hope that they do like a cross-promotion match, AJ Styles and Jeff Hardy.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
We deserve that match.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many matches that we deserve.
Hear that, Wombats?
Wombats. But there's so many matches that we deserve to see. That's one of them. Bray and Matt Hardy is another.
Yes.
You know, I mean, and if we had time, we would go through like any other matches that we really want to see.
Dream matches, dream card.
Next year's WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. I mean,
I'm scared.
Seeing down the road, I'm scared too. But you know, I mean, they have. I mean, WrestleMania is one of those ones. Is do you just say the hell with the storylines and just put great matches together?
That's what it should be. Well, I mean, there should be some obviously your title matches because there's a story going, but the extra matches should be like dream matches. Like, hey, this is the Super Bowl. The two best teams have to go at it. You know,
that's where I think WrestleMania is right now.
Yeah, I mean, because you remember, we're going to get into a whole tangent on this, but WCW used to do super cards all the time, but they never worked.
True.
That was the problem because there was no.
That's because that was wrestling.
No consistency, and there was no reason behind it. The storylines are for a reason.
You know, if you want to make the Wombats' job easy, have a poll set up like 6 months before WrestleMania. Give us your dream matches of the current guys that are on the roster right now. Even if you pick like 2 or 3 matches for all of WrestleMania, you got a 7-hour show. You could throw a couple dream matches in there and not ruin the card. Yeah. But you know what though? So many things. We're in the wrong business.
Yeah,
absolutely. Slinging
man.
drinks. Jeez.